So he was expecting me to like follow the same suit of being a banker, wanted to be a banker. And I said, Dad, I could be a nurse. There was kind of like a silence on the table. My father was like, what do you mean you can be a nurse? Like, yeah, Dad, there's nothing wrong. I was talking to my friends, like, come on, shut up over there. Come on, shut up. Huh? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the Grant's Lab. My name is Grant, and thank you again for joining me. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the backup plan for your career path. So if you want to know what this is all about regarding your backup plan for your career path, stay tuned. So I can only speak for Africans, right? Specifically Nigerians. Remember, as you're growing up, the kind of occupations you're limited to, you're conditioned to, whether it was a banker, a doctor, an engineer, even related occupations you're frowned upon. And now you're graduating and you're deciding, what's going on? Well, you're about to graduate and you realize, man, maybe this career path wasn't what I wanted. This is the one I want to build. And you sort of, rearrange it again. Now you're thinking, pharmacist, maybe a lawyer, or a businessman, or a businesswoman, business, and then you graduate and you're looking at that chart that you built for yourself, that chart you're telling yourself, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be this when I'm this and this and this. And you're like, man, something isn't right. Why are you feeling this way? Because you're now in the job market and work no day. Because at this time, what matters is you graduated. Forget that course that you studied. Microbiology, languages, what was that? It's gone with the wind, Now personally, when I graduated, I thought I was going to be a music artist. I looked at it, I thought about it, I was like, I'm not so sure how much I want this dream. Yeah, I adored it. I thought of staying on the stage, singing and fans screaming my name. I thought about all that. But then I always had the fear of not having money. What if I get broke? What if I can't sustain myself? The what ifs, the fears of the what ifs. So many of them. And I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to stick with my 9 to 5. But do I regret taking that decision of being a 9 to 5er? I don't think so. Do I believe I should have made more effort in finding out where this dream would have led to? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I wanted to. I wish I could, but that wasn't the case. But you see, I've been pushing myself to improve these skills as much as possible. Build them. Because what if it all fails? What if everything just goes down? And what's the backup plan? What is the backup plan if everything goes to shit? Now, you may be like, God forbid bad thing. And my mom would be like, God forbid. The way this life is, if you already know this, life is like this. There's the up and down, it's a wave. Even if you want to look at it from a spiritual level, God can sometimes just change things when he feels like, You could be like, I'm good now. I'm great. I'm enjoying my life. Thank God. And God be like, my child, you're going to learn something today. You're going to learn a new experience today. Just face this experience. Boom. And that's it. And your life is like, oh my God, I thought it was happening for... You see, whether I want to look at it from a spiritual angle, a mental angle, or financial angle, whatever it is, life is full of so many uncertainties. And that is why you always have to have a backup plan. So this weekend, my family came over to visit. My dad, my mom, my little sister, cousin. It was a very emotional visit. Why? Because I hadn't seen these guys for 3 freaking months, man. And during this time, I brought my father upstairs, just brought him up to see my studio, to look at it, because he hadn't seen the studio, the changes I had made since he came here. The last time he was here, everything was empty, there was nothing here. So I'm like, Dad, come to my studio. And when he saw it, he was blessing me, like saying, God bless you, and I hope everything turns out right. He's proud of me and this. And I'm like, whoa. You see, it was very overwhelming. It was satisfying, but I was also in shock because I'm like, this same man that I deeply love and respect, man, great guy. He is the same person that was part of the conditioning of my mind. Like growing up, looking at that banker, engineer, doctor, these 3 roles that I was forced to only look at growing up. And he was approving this. And I was like, what the? See, just an example of what I went through as a kid. Very short story. You see, one day, when I was a kid, I probably was like maybe 8 or 9. I can't remember, but I know I wasn't more than 10 years old. And I was sitting on the dining table with my family. I was having breakfast with my family where I think I had bread and ogi. Now, if you know what ogi is, okay, good. If you don't know what ogi is, just go and Google it. And I remember the Friday before, because it was a Saturday, that I was with my friends and we were looking at a chart, this vocational charts. I don't know if you saw them when you were a kid, and you would see lawyers and doctors, nurses, astronauts. Who do you want to be? You see the kids dressed up in those occupational attires or whatever you want to call them. I was talking to my friends about what we want to be, and I was thinking doctor. And there was this wicked nurse that used to flog us all the time, the discipline, telling us that you didn't have to be a doctor, you can be a nurse. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a nurse, but as a kid, you always want to shoot for the skies. And she was reducing our expectations of what we should also look at as a child. And for me, I was like, okay, maybe, yeah, I could be a nurse. Yeah, it could work out. And I'm sitting down having breakfast with my family, with my dad and my mom, and everyone's on the table. We're eating bread and ogi. And for some reason, the topic comes along, and my father's like, so he was expecting me to like follow the same suit or being a banker, wanted to be a banker. And I said, Dad, I could be a nurse. And there was kind of like a silence on the table. My father was like, what do you mean you can be a nurse? Like, yeah, Dad, there's nothing wrong. I was talking to my friends, like, come on, shut up over there. Come on, shut up. Huh? My friend, better guy learn how to be a doctor. And I was like, Dad. But I said, I could be a nurse. Like the nurse, she said, you can be a nurse. And I was there arguing, because I've been arguing for a long time, and I stupidly argue. If you know me, you know I love to argue, and I was there arguing with my father. My father wasn't going to take shit from me. He just looked at me, I was like, in fact, his food that he was eating started tasting very tasteless in his mouth. He was so angry with me making those kind of decisions as a kid. He just got up from his seat. He was just going to walk past me, gave me a big slap. See, the slap of a parent is very important, because you know what happened? My face went straight flat into my ogi. Now I'm looking at my ogi. I could see the eyes, the nose, and mouth that have displayed on my ogi. My face was filled with ogi, and I was looking out there. For 10 good minutes, I was reprocessing my career goals right there. It's just looking there like this at my ogi. And my father had gone. So this same man that conditioned my mind to always, and which is good because I appreciate it, because look at me right now. This same man that conditioned my mind to be like this, like to think you have to do this, even though it came with some fears. And you have to understand that I really, really appreciate the fact that he helped condition my mind, because what that taught me was shoot for the stars. Don't limit yourself. That's what I took from that. I didn't tell myself, oh, I must actually be a banker or whatever it is. I just shoot for the stars. So him approving the fact that I have a good backup plan that could lead me into being whatever I wanted to, whether it's photography, whether it's being a photographer, or building a podcast, which I just did. I just launched a podcast. Speaking of podcasts, I just created a podcast. It's called The Relatable Podcast by Grant Slab. Please go and check it out. I'm going to put the link down below. So yeah, check it out. But yeah, so that's the end of this video. I just wanted to let you know that, look, you have to have a backup plan, because it's very, very critical. And the thing is, you don't actually need validation to know if what you're doing is the right thing. If you believe in yourself, because all these things came from believing in myself. I knew I could do this. I picked up a skill and I said, yeah, I could do this. And I tried to improve myself. So that's what I've been doing all through. And I think that you should also do it, especially during these times. If you are working as a 9-to-5er, you are working in a company, or even have a small business. Sorry, man. I don't know why the stupid Skype, who is buzzing me, man? If you work for a company or you own a small business, try to pick up a skill, especially during these times. Whether it's learning a piano, learning how to cook, even if it's learning how to program, being a developer, something. But these kind of things are very important for you to learn, because anything can happen. An industry can shut down today, and you have to evolve. So these are things that you need to be ready for. Don't just limit yourself to what you're doing right now. Try to see how you can expand your portfolio of skills. It's very important. Yeah, that's it really. Thank you again for coming by. I hope you learned something good from this video. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you loved it, hit that subscribe button. And so I'll see you next time. Bye bye.